third grade leaders, August is off to an amazing start, and I am so thrilled to see where the rest of this month takes us as we talk about mission control and obedience. Before we dive into this week's lesson, I want to remind you to make sure that you sign up for our Next Gen Vision Day coming up on August 25th. This is a day whenever we're going to be casting vision and the immeasurable impact that you guys have as leaders to the kids that are in your few. If you're not already signed up, make sure that you go ahead and do that now. You can find the link to the RSVP in your weekly email. Now let's blast off and see what we've got in store this week. In your first activity, do as I say, not as I do. You're going to have your kids stand in a circle and perform one action together, such as everyone is hopping on one foot or marching in place. Using the action cards that are included in your folder, pass an action card to one kid. They will then read that action aloud, but then do a different action that they come up with on their own. For example, if the card says touch your toes, they might jump up and down. However, at the same time that they are doing a different action from the one they read out, everyone else in the group is doing the action as it was called out. So let me play this out for you. We're all marching in place, and then I get an action card that says touch your toes. I read out loud, touch your toes, but then I rub my stomach. Everyone else in the group should be touching their toes. They're doing what I said, not what I'm doing. Pass an action card out to every kid in the group until everyone has had a chance to read. In your activity, landing the verse, all the kids in your group will have the opportunity to make a paper airplane. Be sure to remind your kids that paper airplanes are only to be used as the activity intends, not to be thrown around the room or at anybody else. If your kids can't hold on tightly to their airplanes until it's time for their turn, then they will not be allowed to participate. This is an incredible example of obedience. Break down your memory verse, 2 John 6, into as many words or phrases as you have kids in your group. Assign each kid a word or phrase from the memory verse and then have them write it down on a piece of paper. Once everyone has written down their word or phrase, have them take their piece of paper and turn it into a paper airplane. Use the tape in your small group bag to create a 2 by 2 foot square that your kids are going to be aiming for as they launch their paper airplanes. Give each of your kids 2 opportunities to throw into the square and land their airplane as close as possible. Once everyone has had the opportunity to throw their airplanes, figure out which word or phrase got the closest. Then as a group, unfold all of your paper airplanes to reveal all the words and phrases and put them in the correct order of the verse. Review the verse together as a group before moving on to the last activity. For your pray and dismiss activity, have your group sit in a circle. Once seated, you're going to have each of your kids silently pray for the person to their left. Use the prayer included in your small group guide to close your group out in prayer. And don't forget to include any prayers that you talk about as a group on a piece of paper or note card or sticky note and take them up to the prayer mailbox so they might be read by one of our hosts one day. There is so much more fun to be had this month as we talk about mission control and following the flight plan. Don't forget to encourage your kids to take home their God Time cards, fill them out, and bring them back signed by a parent for a very special prize. This month is crucial for small group leaders to be engaging and partnering with parents. This is the foundation in which you'll be building the rest of your year on with your few. I encourage you to fill out as many as you can of your small group leader cards that are located in City Hall to give out to parents as you meet them for the first time. Not to mention, you have a City Fam Jam coming up on September 8th that you are already even more prepared for than you were before. On September 1st, Route 45 and City will be coming together for a day of ultimate worship, where they'll be experiencing all different kinds of worship than they experience on a regular Sunday. This Sunday, all of our kids will be going home with a Serve Your Neighbor lemonade stand neighboring kit. These kits have everything that kids need to start their very own lemonade stand in their neighborhoods. We want to encourage kids that Jesus is for everybody and that we need to let our neighbors know how much Jesus loves them and how they can be in a closer relationship with him. This Sunday, we also have a splash class. If you have kids that are asking questions about what it means to follow Jesus or what it means to be baptized, you can send them to the family room at 1 o'clock after the second service. This Sunday is going to be a very special Sunday. I'm so excited for what God is going to come in, move, and do like he always does. Guys, I love you. I'm praying for you, and I will see you on Sunday.